Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you guys one tip that got me hired by 3 of the top tech companies. I've worked for Microsoft, Google, and Stripe, and received offers from many other companies. One thing I learned when interviewing myself is that standard interview tips are woefully inadequate. I've tested the answers to these questions many times, sometimes by accident. Popular wisdom has been shown to yield average results, but it is possible to pump up your interviewing skills. For some reason, no one talks about the specific aspects of interviewing that have helped me many times. Tip 1. Use recruiters to your advantage. The first thing you need to understand, recruiters don't assess your professional qualities, at least not after the phone call. Their decision about your professionalism was made way before that call. If you're offered an interview, congratulations. You've already passed that milestone. Now the recruiter wants to work with you. Their job is to get you hired. They know that the average candidate has poor interview preparation skills and are happy to help correct that deficiency. Why discard strong candidates who can't interview well? They want to help everyone perform at their best. How can you take advantage of that? Ask them questions. For example, questions like, what should I do to prepare for the interview? What company values would be great to talk about during the interview? And be frank about any problems you encounter. If you get sick the day before the interview, call the recruiter and ask him to reschedule the interview. He wants to schedule an interview when you're in better shape. Your mad technical skills no longer matter to them. Either way, being humble and open to learning will show you in the best light. Tip 2. Go to real interviews to practice. You need to brush up on your interviewing skills. Programming is great, but it's nowhere near enough in real interviews. Try to do real interviews as often as possible, and don't limit yourself to the companies you're interested in. Learn to deal with the pressure. When you get to a real meeting, the world changes. You're locked in a cage with a lion. Your heart is drumming in your chest. Your psyche explodes as your body goes into hit or run mode. Sticky hands struggle to write semi-intelligible code on the board. That's the kind of experience you can only get in a real job interview. And only there will you learn how to deal with it. You'll get your ass kicked at your first interview and at your second one, but once you get through a few, you'll get used to the adrenaline rush. You might even enjoy it. You'll become a bullfighter who confidently confronts an attacking bull. That's how you overcome fear. When the stakes are low, the lion looks less ferocious. I found that I do best when I don't care about the outcome. I become much calmer. I think faster. My brain considers more possibilities. Now, even in important interviews, I still try to convince myself that I don't care, as if it were a practice interview. Learn to answer ambiguous questions. After each interview, write down all the questions you were asked. Review them the same evening while they're still fresh in your mind. Focus on the behavioral and architectural ones that don't have a specific right answer. Think about how to answer them better. Are there stories in your life that you can refer to? Wait a few days and then look again at the questions. Then you'll find a better answer. There's a good chance you'll run into similar questions again. Tip 3. Maintain the skill even when you're not looking for a job. It's better to practice an interview every year just to confirm that you can pass. It's an uplifting feeling to know that if you lose your job, you can find another one quickly. It takes a huge weight off your shoulders. By the way, if you want to get an idea of what questions to expect on your next interview, I suggest you check out DevInterviewio. It has over 3,800 full-stack data structures, algorithms, and software architecture questions and answers from real interviews. I'll leave a link to the website in the description below. I, myself, occasionally accept an invitation from a recruiter. It helps if you have a LinkedIn account for that. These interviews allow me to see where I need to refresh my knowledge and where industry practices are changing. For example, in one of those interviews 4 months ago, I was approached by a company called Stripe. I was already prepared for these kinds of interviews, so long story short, now I work there. These are 4 strategies that have helped me over and over again. Using recruiters, practicing on real interviews, gaining new knowledge there, and maintaining the skill. What do all of these tactics have in common? They take out the fear that prevents you from maximizing your performance. So practice more often and the interview rooms will turn into a playground for you. Thanks for watching and good luck on your next tech interview. Bye.